What is up, you guys? It's D. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a closed seam using your sewing machine as well as your overlocker, as you guys can see. I'm so excited to be showing you guys this. This video is going to be really short and straight to the point. So the first thing you're going to need is your material. Mine is Polycotton, and this is a woven material, so therefore there is no stretch to this material. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them right sides facing each other. As you guys can see, I've already cut them into small blocks, and I'm basically going to sew a 1 centimeter seam allowance right side facing each other. So yeah, let's get into this video, okay? So as you guys can see, I'm just slowly lowering my reaver, and I'm basically going to start sewing. Don't forget that once you start, you have to do at least 1, 2, 3 stitches, and then you're gonna have to backtrack just to make sure that you are locking the stitch in. As you guys can see, I'm going very softly and very slowly with my machine, and then you go straight down, and then once you get to the bottom, you have to do the same back stitch once more, which is 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 forward again, and then you can snap off your thread and clean up your material, because that is extremely important in fashion, making sure that there is no excess thread and stuff like that, just making sure that it's neat. As you guys can see, I've trimmed mine as well. Now we're going to move on to our second step, I think, or is it our third step, which is ironing the material. So ironing is very important. I do feel like, one, it reinforces the stitch, it makes it a bit stronger, and also it makes your material very clean. It makes your work extremely clean, and there's so many reasons why we do this, but I'm not going to get into that right now. So as you guys can see, I've actually turned my fabric the other way around, and now I'm ironing my material to one specific side. I've taken that piece of seam allowance and I've pushed it on one side, and I've ironed it flat towards that side. And this is basically how you're going to achieve your closed seam. So now I'm going to go and move on to the overlocker. And I honestly didn't test my overlocker when I started overlocking, because I had been using the overlocker for some time now, so I didn't feel the need to test it, and I failed because I should have tested it, because you guys will see at the end of this video that those overlocking stitches were not on point. I don't know if it's because I was using the Polycotton, but I did set up the machine for a non-stretch material, and I just don't know why it failed me. But I did notice that the thread kept on getting stuck, so I think that might have been one of the reasons why it came out the way it came out. So after overlocking, you can also use your sewing machine to do this. It's not really essential for you to do it with an overlocker. I'm just doing it with an overlocker because I have one, but you can definitely achieve a closed seam with your sewing machine using the zigzag stitch. So yeah. So after that, I just cleaned it up, and then I'm going to show you guys quickly on how it came out. I'm not really happy with the results, but it is what it is. I can't do much about it now, but I hope you guys can get the idea of what a closed seam is. And yeah, so here is the verdict. It looks ugly, but yeah, this is an idea of what a closed seam is. And like I said, you can achieve this with your overlock, and you guys can see how clean and tidy the work is from the front. I love it. Please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like.